rounds because maybe you don't hit it good, but you get it up and down because you were good with that little basket.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know.
I love that, and that's kind of what a few of my newsletter articles and emails have been, which is just stay chipping in the backyard, and there's lots of ways to do it. Don't break any windows.
Right.
Keep the swing small.
Keep it like
keep it below your knees is what I was saying.
Keep it like social distancing, maybe 6 feet.
I like that.
But even practice chipping a foot. I do that with my students. They can chip 10 feet, 20 feet. But I remember Nick Faldo said one time, he said, to win the Open, you've got to be able to chip it a foot. So you put a basket a foot away, can you chip it in? It's very difficult, but you really learn how to do it.
Yeah.
And I think that it's fun again. I think we've got to create fun in our days. And if I said, okay, I want you to do this drill, this drill, this drill, it's not real fun. But I love backyard chipping. I think what people are going to see is, boy, I'm going to do this well after this period also.
Well, you make a really interesting point. We've got a lot of fun emails from our members about their backyard chipping and pitching spaces. I got to show you a couple to point out. Warren Heffelfinger, Henry Kittajima, the Jurgis, the Kims, George and Lisa. Oh my gosh, there's been some just hysterical, videos, and they're having fun, right? And they're being creative, right? I think that's the part of the mental game that so many people neglect is when you're hitting a chip shot, don't get, oh man, I'm not a good chipper. It's no, be creative, see the shot that you want to hit, right? And I think that's why I love the short game, right? Because it's all about creativity, right? The flag may be 6 feet away, but you can hit it 100 different ways.
Right.
You can hit it lefty.
No, you're right. I mean, it's hard. Nobody has really putting greens in their backyard. That's very difficult. Nets are kind of hard to deal with sometimes, but if you've got grass and a little bucket, it's free, and you can play games with each other and just break up the day. I know a lot of us. How do we go through our day? As far as we always had golf to spend 5 or 6 hours, 4 hours playing and then having a cocktail after. That took up a lot of our day. And then how do we really make our days more fun? As golfers, we love to be outside. We don't want to be inside.
Right.
So I think that you got to make it fun. You got to make it a game. You can't just go out and chip into the grass.
And once again, just to bring it back up again, right, the creativity of it. Like, you should be working on bounce shots. I want to hear that you were in your backyard hitting shots that went into the bucket and bounced off the fence to get in the bucket, right? Or using a ping pong ball. I saw this really funny video this morning. Keep sending the videos. People are sending, and I'm sure to you as well, Pat, so many funny golf videos.
Right.
Clearly, these two guys were on a college golf team, and it was in their backyard. They had these pieces of slate, 1 foot by 1 foot, and he bounced it off. I think it was like 15 pieces of slate through his legs, all around, and then into the cup, right? I mean, it's just, they were having so much fun being creative, and that their short games are great, right? They're on a golf course. They're thinking, oh, can I bank it off of the flag stick? Can I bank it off of this and suck it back to the hole, right? I mean, that's where, that's why I love golf, right? The creativity, the imagination, the fun.
And it goes back to, the chipping is a miniature golf swing.
Yeah.
So, and it covers the most important thing that they're going to want to be able to do when they come back, which is impact.
Yeah.
There's a lot of ways, as we know, to swing the golf club. We talk about backswing itself. I always think when I'm doing a clinic, if I take the club back to parallel and it's perfectly aligned, and Jordan Spieth and say Paul Azinger and let's say Vijay Singh are there. Well, Jordan Spieth is going to say that's perfect. Paul Azinger is going to kind of go, it needs to be laid off. That's where he plays. And Vijay would say, no, it needs to cross the line. So, you can't get into that. You can get, though, into this impact of a chip.
Yeah.
Whether it's an impact bag or something, but it gets you the feeling that during that period of time, I'm hitting it solid. I don't have to worry about chunking it or topping it. And it creates so many fundamentals in just chipping.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right there. And it keeps it simple. And I think you want to keep it simple during this time and come back and get that one nugget and get back having fun again. But not try this time to try to do too much in
Yeah.
your swing, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I would, if I were to add anything, if you feel that you've mastered chipping, right? Because I mean, hey, with the amount of time that we all have at home, there may be a few of you that are type A enough to master it, right? I think you can start to add, you know, a few more pieces to the puzzle of chipping. Once again, just, you know, from knee to knee, not any higher than that, but how much, you know, hands you're having on the backswing. Is it zero, right? Is it none? No wrist movement at all on the backswing, even through impact, right? Is it a ton on the way back and a ton moving through? Right? That completely changes your ball flight, completely changes how your club interacts with the turf as well.
Yeah, and you're right. And mastering, you know, it would be like mastering would be like, can I make 20 of them in a row?
Yeah.
So anything less than that, you're going to go, I can do better. And that's
right.
what you want to challenge yourself during this time.
Yeah.
You want to, you know, put a little pressure on it. Play a game. Maybe play for money or with your buddy or some just for dinner or something, whatever it is.
Well, so that's what the
Put some
Sealeys are
competition.
doing that every night. They have a little putting course in their house. And whether the winner doesn't have to do dishes or whatever it is that they were saying, I was talking to Chris and Fred the other day, and they said, hey, we're having a putting contest every night, you know, for some kind of a stake, and they're staying into it.
Right.
And that's what it's about.
Yeah. Yeah, we got to have fun during this time in the ways we can, and that's a way to do it, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.